minutes in sports. What else y'all thought? I ain't playing with this shit. 30 years plus, man. Do the inventory, do the math, baby. All my life I've been in sports some type of way. Even when I was in the battlefields, in sports. Incarcerated in sports. That's what I do, man. Al York Sports, 15 quickest minutes, man. Let me shut this down real quick because there's so much to do in so little time. So let's get this shit popping, man. Let me cough a little bit. I got a little cough behind me. Before I start this show, shout out to my man Polo Ralph, man. Yo, man, I love your contributions. I see you follow me on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and you always got the coolest things to say, man. Salute to Polo Ralph, man. Real talk, man. Shout out to the East Coast, West Coast, Midwest, Las Vegas, New York City, LES to the death. You know I got to carve that in. Triple H everything. My boy D Beeman. Credit Fix. Never too late to get your credit fix. IG me, inbox me, email me, al.newyork@yahoo.com. Never too late to get your credit fix. Pro Quick Print. Pro Quick Print. Let me say it again. Pro Quick Print. I have to say it 3 times. Go on Instagram. Check my man out. My man's all over Instagram. We got custom gear, live gear, and whatever you want gear. Real talk. You get that shit out in a couple of days. He handle his business, man. And if you need, like, you know what I mean, any type of advertisement, hit me up. I got y'all. Interviews, whatever. I take on everything, man. All prisoners, man. And with that, let's get this show started, man. We're going to go to the NFL. I'm going to start off with sad news. Unfortunately, lawyers are seeking the most serious charges on ex-Kansas City Chiefs assistant coach Britt Reed, the son of Andy Reid, who crashed his car while intoxicated and hurting a 5-year-old little girl who suffers from brain damages, can't speak, and can't walk. Listen, man, I understand your pops is Andy Reid. I understand that, you know, he's a celebrity, but this is a little girl here. All that shit should be put to the side. You know what I mean? Britt Reed, this ain't the first time you've been drinking like that. You know, you had drinking problems in the past. I think the law should take this and treat him like a regular civilian, man, because this little girl would never be the same for the rest of her life. And she was totally innocent throughout the duration of the situation, man. So God bless her. Hope she comes through. Hope she gets everything back. You know what I mean? But the brain damages at that young is very severe. Britt Reed, you're going to have to pay the consequences for driving while intoxicated. That's why I always say no drinking and driving. It's the fucking law. Now you understand. Let me go to other news. The Arizona Cardinals. This was a big surprise for me. J.J. Watson company. I thought he would end up with his brother with the Steelers. I thought the Packers. And I thought for sure, if not both of them, the Tennessee Titans. He ended up signing with the Arizona Cardinals, who his ex-boys there, D-Hop, both coming from the Houston Texans. And he's got a 2-year deal with 31 M's, 23 M's are guaranteed for J.J. Watts, who posts a career of 128 games, 101 sacks, 409 tackles, 25 forced fumbles, 5-time Pro Bowler. If this guy is anything that he was in his prior years before these injuries, he's a force to be reckoned with. I'm just a little surprised he took about the 5th team that got the best chance to go to the Super Bowl. Because I would have said the Steelers for sure, the Packers for sure, even the Browns. The Browns offered them more money, and he turned it down. That is crazy. Salute to J.J. Watt. I hope it works out for you in Arizona. Let's go to other news. Houston Rockets the other day released Boogie Cousins. I don't understand this dude. His career went downhill from injuries and having that badass attitude that he maintains. 4 or 5 years ago, Boogie Cousins was basically one of the best big mans ready to get signed to a lucrative contract. But it didn't happen. He fell off, and now he's looking for work. He couldn't even keep this job at the NBA minimum. Boogie Cousins, you get thumbs down, bro. I can't even support you, though. I like your style, but I can't even support you. You can't even hold a gig on a team that needs a center and they pay you the league minimum. And you couldn't hold that because of your fucking attitude. Other news, NBA sniped Devin Booker once again, snubbed him from the All-Star game. I'm not going to say thank God, but the fact that Anthony Davis is out, he was able to take Anthony Davis' spot, which was well-deserved for Devin Booker, who has played 27 games, averaging 25 points, 3.6 rebounds, 4.7 assists. Field goals is 50%, three-pointers 38%, foul shots 85%. Devin Booker is an all-star. There was no reason why he had to basically come in because Anthony Davis got injured. The NBA sniped him. LeBron said it, and a lot of NBA cats said it. Devin Booker's the truth. Salute to Devin Booker. Other news, Houston Rockets again, shooting guard Victor Oladipo turned out a 2-year pact worth 45.2 M's from the Houston Rockets. My understanding that he wants a long-term deal, and the Rockets are not willing to give him the long-term. So he denied the extension. They might be looking to trade him. There's a lot of teams that will pick him up, with this year left. I think if I'm my understanding, he might have a year or two left. But either way, a team was ready to pick him up for this year to make a run. A team maybe like the Miami Heat, the Boston Celtics, so many teams, Milwaukee Bucks, so many teams could pick up his services. But he definitely turned down the extension from the Rockets because he's looking long-term. Salute to you. Keep it to your word, Oladipo. Okay, NFL real quick. Michael Pittman of the Indianapolis Colts is not willing to give up his number 11 for newly acquired Carson Wentz. Wow, that's big. I mean, you figure Frank Reich would have went to Pittman and said, yo, dog, get the quarterback that number. I'll make sure he'll get you a couple of Rolexes, maybe a Rolls Royce, because that contract that Carson Wentz got, that money he's been stealing, is only right he spend it on something that's worth it. And if you want that number, then you got to look out for Michael Pittman, man. Michael Pittman ain't getting paid. So the fact that you getting paid, buy him a 2 Benzes or something, a Rolex, and go get your number, because you're going to look funny with a number 1. I hope you ain't going to use number 1. And like I said, Michael Pittman, it might not be team player to a lot of you guys, but you know what? I don't blame him to a degree. I really don't, man. Salute for holding your stand up, Pittman, and I respect that, man. Other news. Ex-NFL player Josh Gordon, trouble wide receiver, joins Donnie Manziel on a team in Atlanta based startup league, the FCP Zappers. I can't even pronounce this shit. So hold up. So let me understand this. Josh Gordon can maintain on his own with teams like the Patriots and Seattle, who are really great organizations and don't play around. Same with Johnny Manziel. But now you put these guys together and you expect to make that work? I'm confused, man. Work with me. Help me out, guys. They couldn't make it on their own, but they're going to make it together? Really? I don't know, man. That's why it's that other league that's starting up. That's the only reason, because no NFL team would have done this. No NFL team. Other news. Let's go to boxing real quick. Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua are very close to agreeing to a deal. Huge title fight for both. Tyson Fury's 30-0-1, 21 knockouts. Anthony Joshua 24-1, 22 knockouts. This should be a real good, intriguing fight, though I got Fury all the way. But this is a good fight, especially for the heavyweight bout. We need to make this happen sooner than later. I thought this bout would have took place early in the year, January, December of last year. But right now, we in March, man. We got to push this, man. This has to happen sooner than later, man. Other news. Let's go on the ice. That's right, the ice. Las Vegas Knights maintaining a 13-4 record, 9-2 at home, 4-2 on the road. Great start for our Vegas Knights, who are in first place in the West. Salute to the Vegas Knights, who continue year after year to bring the ruckus, man. Salute to the Knights. Continue the good work. Let's get a Stanley Cup for our town. And last but not least, this is the subject that I'll save for last. Russell Wilson, like I said in my prior video, there's 4 teams that he gave out that he wants to go to, because he has the right to choose what team, which I told y'all were the Cowboys, Raiders, Bears, and Saints. Now, I'm going to kind of break down each team how he would look basically on each team. You know, I'm not going to get too detailed, just real fast. The Bears could definitely use him. One of the best defensive in the game. The only thing with the Bears, they lack offensive weapons. So if you get Wilson, you're going to have to give up draft picks, etc. So where you going to get where you going to get, you know, pieces for him, like free agency? Because you're going to have to give up at least 3 picks to get them, at least. And they're going to be top tier picks. So that X's out to me the Bears. The Raiders, which I think would be a marvelous fit. I don't think Carr's the answer. Gruden knows it. We all know it in Vegas. I think that'd be a beautiful pick with the Raiders. I mean, he's got weapons over there. He's got a tight end. He's got receivers. The defense definitely needs to be worked on. But is the Raiders the team he wants to play for? That he wants to play Kansas City Chiefs 2 times a year when he has the ability to deny that? I don't think so. And Pat Mahomes is young as hell. Pat Mahomes is younger than him. So he's going to have to play Mahomes for the rest of his career. I don't know if that's something he wants to do. I just don't think that. I don't think the Raiders is something he want to go at, to be facing Pat Mahomes a couple times a year if they want to win chips. Then you got the Dallas Cowboys, my team. Now this was a little tricky. I'm gonna give you a couple reasons. Not because they're my team. They just picked up Quinn, a real good defensive coordinator who was with Russell Wilson when they went to those chips. So he knows the defense that Quinn is going to manifest on the field. He already knows what he's going to put out. Dallas got good, like I said, they got good players on D that are playing out of position. They don't know what they're doing out there. Quinn's going to fix that within a year or 2 the latest. Then he's got all the weapons he needs in Dallas, from Michael Gallup, Amari Cooper, Cedric Wilson, CeeDee Lamb, Ezekiel Elliott. I mean, he's got weapons all through that offense. But analysts made a point earlier. I think it was Ryan Clark said something like, if Dak Prescott couldn't win with this team, what makes you think Russell Wilson could when they both put up numbers? Ryan Clark, I'm going to answer that for you right now. You're lucky I couldn't be on the show. Russell Wilson don't make the mistakes that Dak Prescott makes. Russell Wilson don't get down 21 points out the gate like Dak Prescott does, and then puts up late numbers to make it look like he had an incredible game when he's the best prevent defense quarterback in the game, which ain't saying anything. Russell Wilson's a different animal than Dak Prescott. He's much smarter. You know what I mean? He's just more authentic than him. He's been through the wars, through the trenches. There's no way you're going to compare Prescott and Russell. The only thing you can compare is that they black quarterbacks and they put up numbers. That's the only comparison. But Russell is way more. You could count on him way more than Dak Prescott. He's more efficient all through the ball than Dak, and that's bottom line. That's why I think it'll be a good fit. But I think, not to be greedy, the best fit for him would be the New Orleans Saints with Sean Payton and company. Their defense is set. Their offense is set. You know, Drew Brees, the last couple years, hasn't been the Drew Brees we know of. Russell Wilson would go there with that big offensive line. He got weapons from tight ends to receivers to running backs. Good defense that could get him off the field, playing in the dome. I think that'll make the perfect fit for Russell Wilson to get with the New Orleans Saints. I mean, I don't think it's no better than that, man. I'm going to just leave it like that. So if you Russell Wilson, even though you got to face Brady, like I told my man EV on the show, but Brady's only going to stand basically, I think, another 2-3 years max. Russell got at least 5 to 7, 8 years. So if I'm Russell, I'd rather, have to deal with Brady than have to deal with Pat Mahomes if he decided to go to the Raiders. And that's my take on Russell the Muscle. I'm a big fan of his. The kid is solid. Like I said, he's been great since North Carolina State and Wisconsin. Then took his talent to Seattle, got a Super Bowl. Should have had 2 Super Bowls, real talk. He should have been 2-0 Super Bowl play if Pete Carroll makes the right decision in running the ball instead of throwing it on first down when Butler made that incredible interception, man. And real quick, before I forget, Dak Prescott still sweating Pat Mahomes money. I don't know where the hell he's getting this shit from. Somebody need to sit Dak Prescott down and tell him, dog, all because you got numbers doesn't mean you deserve Pat Mahomes' money. First of all, you like 1 and 2 in the playoffs. You never get us really to the playoffs. You choke in big games. You know, like I said, you stack up your numbers when you way behind on games or you playing a less than a mediocre team. I'm a Cowboy fan. I know everything about Dak. Don't get me wrong. Dak put up numbers. He put up numbers, but he ain't clutch. So the fact that you ain't clutch, I don't know where you think you getting Pat Mahomes' money at. So if they pay him Pat Mahomes' money, the franchise is more stupid than I ever thought. So Jerry Jones, if I'm you, go hard at Russell Wilson. Hope that you can get Russell Wilson so, yeah, you don't have to deal with an overpaid Dak Prescott. And with that, like I said, y'all, 15 quickest. We already done. Every Friday, open sessions. And like I told you, I got a new show coming out. Actually, 2 of them. I got Next Up, which are all the interviews on Saturday. And I'm going to come out with another show. Like I said, I'm not going to put the name out yet. I don't want nobody trying to bag my name. I'm going to put the name out when I do it. Because like I said, people is looking. And I can't give them nothing where they can snatch it up and say they did it before me. No, no, no. And with that, you have a blessed day, a blessed evening. We're going to talk soon. Join us on Friday for open sessions. Everybody's invited. Put your comments in, etc. Split screen, you want to get on, hit me up. That's our show. Like I said, I got a lot of solo acts. But on Friday, it's our show. And with that, keep your head up. Al York Sports, the raw truth. Love y'all motherfuckers.